Hey everybody, welcome back to Digging In with Dad. Today we are going to make something very basic, banana bread. We've got everything here that we need, so let's get to it. But today I've actually got a special guest. My daughter here is here to help me. And nope. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, so we've all got bananas that maybe we didn't get through. They're starting to look a little bit brown. And everyone always says, I'll make banana bread. It's really not that hard. So today we're gonna show you how. First step is we're gonna peel all these bananas and we're gonna mash them in a very basic bowl.
Yeah.
We also need zero fancy tools for this recipe, so really anyone can do it. It's really not hard. All right, regular bananas in a bowl, and all we're gonna do is just mash them, kind of chop them up with our fork here. You can use a potato masher or any other kind of kitchen gadget that you want, but not necessary. All you really need is a fork and just a bit of elbow grease. Now, it should be noted, I'm gonna do a double batch in the video because, well, banana bread's amazing, and I figure one loaf goes by too quickly. So let's make two. So I'm going to put the recipe in the comment section down below, and it will be for 2 loaves. All right, so now we're all kind of mashed up, and we're gonna end up with something that looks like this. It doesn't need to be super smooth. It's okay if it has chunks in it. It's not a big deal. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients. We're gonna start with some melted butter. And we're just gonna dump these things in here.
Yes.
And again, measurements and recipes are gonna be down in the comment section below. You don't wanna miss out on any butter.
Never miss out.
And then just get the butter mixed in. Again, nothing crazy. All right, once you've got that slightly incorporated, then we're gonna add a couple eggs.
Egg.
Very good. Stir those in.
Thanks, Queen.
All right, next up, baking soda. Good. Some sugar. And you guys can vary the amount of sugar that you put into the recipe. If you like it really sweet, you can add a little bit more. I kind of go with just a base. It's pretty sweet as it is here, right? And if we're honest, this is pretty much just cake, right? It's nothing nutritious for us at all. We add a splash of vanilla. I've always been told you don't measure vanilla. So maybe 1, maybe 2 spoonfuls. Next up is a little pinch of salt. And again, it doesn't matter what kind of salt. This is kosher salt. You can use table salt, rock salt, whatever you want.
All done.
Perfect. Last step is we're going to add a bit of flour.
So much flour.
Yeah, and because we're adding a fair amount of flour here at the end, go slow with your stirring, right? It's going to take a little bit for it to incorporate. It will go in. It will be fine.
It's wet.
So if you're having trouble mixing with just the fork that we used, you know, I like a wooden spoon for this recipe because it is pretty thick batter, and it can be hard to stir properly here. So we've almost got it all incorporated there. I'm just gonna and you'll find that some of those chunks of the bananas that you had earlier, they're gonna smooth themselves out here as you kind of give it a bit of elbow grease towards the end. Just make sure you get all that flour from the bottom of the bowl. All right. You're gonna end up something that looks like this. All right, and you're gonna preheat your oven to 350, and you're gonna need 2 loaf pans. All right, so let's get our pans ready here. Basic cooking spray. And you're gonna wanna spray the bottoms and the sides, right? Because as your banana bread raises up, you don't want it to stick to the sides of the loaf pan and rip when you come out. Perfect, thank you. All right, then it's just a matter of adding in any kind of additional things you want. In our case, we're gonna use chocolate chips today. Some people can use walnuts or chocolate chips, or you could just use nothing if you want to, but we're a fan of chocolate chips. Now, I am gonna put a measurement for this down in the comment section. But again, it's kind of like vanilla. Don't usually measure too much. You just kind of get a feel for it. And once you put some in, stir them around, see what it looks like. Does that look chocolatey enough for you, or does it look like it has enough walnuts in it? Adjust as you see fit. Right, there we go. Just fold these through. Looks okay?
More.
More?
Uh-huh.
Okay, more.
That's good.
And we fold through the bonus chocolate chips.
Fold it.
Now we just distribute between our 2 pans. And this is the tricky part because the bowl weighs, you know, it's a double batch, so. Okay. And you can slop some on the counter like I did, it's okay. Kind of go back and forth here because you gotta make sure even as possible, right? You don't want a little dwarf loaf and then one big monster one at the end. So now we've kind of put it into our loaf pans here, and I just very quickly run the back of the wooden spoon over top in case there's any big piles or anything like that. This is what we get. We're going into the oven at 350 for about 55 minutes to an hour. Come back and check at 55 minutes, right? Everybody's oven is different, so let's start there and let's see what we get. All right, in we go. All right, and we're back. 55 minutes or to an hour or so, and let's check on that banana bread. All right, looking good. You're gonna wanna do your toothpick test. Make sure that comes out clean.
All good.
All right, we'll give it a few minutes. Just turn these out onto a wire rack. Let them cool. I know it's very tempting to dig into them. They smell amazing right now, but your banana bread will kind of crumble if you do that too fast. So 15 minutes at least to cool, and we'll be back to give it a taste. All right, we're back, slightly cooled. Let's have a look and see how we did. All right. Let's have our taste tester see what we got. There we go. Just like that. All right, guys. Finished up with the banana bread, did all the dishes. Time to grab a slice. Oh my gosh, only one left. Oh well, at least I can get some.
Thanks.